Back again, and today we have finished up the Flamberge small sword. I've wrapped the handle in some nice two-tone leather like I tend to do to create a nice comfortable handle. I've also gone ahead and got the edges ground on the blade, so I don't know how you're going to see it in this lighting, but it does have its edges on there. And we're going to go ahead and start the testing on this monstrosity. We're going to see how well this performs. We're going to see how sharp our edges are and see if it's true that a Flamberge blade is a supreme cutting tool. We're going to be testing it on some water bottles. We're going to do our strength test like we always do, so let's get right into it. As per usual, we do 10 strikes on our log here first. Edges are still sharp, nothing broke. Okay, cool. We can move on to our next test. Well, it's definitely sharp. These are very unforgiving in the cut. You have to be just so and really pull through on your cut with this, it seems. Does the job. Well, it cut through the bottle just fine, and it actually cut my stand pretty good too, because my angle was terrible. And it hit the aluminum riser underneath. Doesn't look like it chipped or got dented anywhere, so that's good. Another really clean cut. That just blew right through that bottle too. Something a little bigger. Wow. That just blew right through it. Cardboard box with no weight behind it. Pretty self-explanatory. That's a pretty clean cut. So for being a rebar sword, this is holding up incredible. The edges are still very sharp. They haven't dented, deflected, dulled, anything like that. I've cut through quite a few bottles, cut some cardboard to see if it was still sharp, and it's still sharp enough to cut pretty well. It survived the strength test, and this is a very, very lightweight sword. This weighs very little. So for being rebar, for being very, very light, I think the Flamberge in this blade actually really helps it cut. I did do a couple cuts off camera where I screwed things up immensely, because cutting with a Flamberge, you really have to draw the blade through your target. It's very unforgiving in the cut. You actually have to be somewhat decent at cutting with a sword in order to make this thing function properly. But if you do cut properly with it, as you guys have seen, it cuts like crazy. I would not want to be standing in the way of one of these. Things stayed in line. Everything stayed true. Our blade's still perfectly straight in both planes. So yeah, worked perfectly. But that does it for today's video. If you guys like what you've seen, you know what to do. Do the thing right there for me. And until next time, God bless, stay sharp out there. If you're looking for a custom sharp object like this, check out my Etsy store. This will be up for sale soon.